Yeah, so I worked 2 jobs for I think 3.5 months, 4 months. I did office work 5 days a week, and then I did utility work at a BJ's for another 2 days out of the week. So I would work 5 days, and then the 2 days I worked at BJ's, it would be more like I started at 3 and I would get out at 10. So it'd be like the later shift. That way, when I woke up in the mornings, because the call center job I was working from 9 to 5, that job I did morning shift, right? So I'd be up early and I'd be out like midday, like normal 9 to 5. And the other job, the way I had it situated was because if I'm working 7 days a week, I don't want to be up in the morning every single day. So the 2 days that I would normally have off that I was working, call it Saturday and Sunday at the BJ's, I would work 3 to 10. That way I could still sleep in. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'll work 7 days a week, and trust me, the money was better, bro. I'm not working 7 days a week anymore. I'm not. I stopped. Right now I'm working part-time. If you guys checked out one of my last videos, I actually made a whole video about me just working part-time. But yeah, I figured that working 7 days a week wouldn't be that bad, just off of the fact that now I'd be able to sleep in and then work 3 to 10. But eventually my body physically and mentally, I just couldn't do it anymore. Like it got to a point where I was just broken mentally. Like, I don't suggest anyone work 7 days a week. Your body needs that 2 days of rest to kind of get itself back into the motion and just be prepared for the next week. Because what would happen was this: I would work the first week and it'd be fine, and then after the second week, it's all right, I'm 14 days straight working. My mind, I would have to call out, right? So it was hindering my performance at work. But I will say the money was a lot better. Man, the money was better, because even just working that extra 2 days, having that extra $200 a week or $215, $230 a week just did so much more for me, because that's an extra $1,000 a month, And really, that the part-time job was paying for my little stuff, phone bill, car insurance, food. Now I only get paid on a bi-weekly basis, so I have to make adjustments. I kind of wish I was working 2 jobs right now, just because the stock market's is in disarray thanks to Trump and these new tariffs that he's imposing. And yeah, I think now what I'm gonna do this time differently is I did the 7 days a week. I did it for around 3.5 months. What happened is over time I would start to die out, or I'll just get burnt out, or I'll just be overworked. Right now, for the rest of the spring at least, I'm only working 4 days a week. I'm taking a sacrifice when it comes to the money, but I need my time, and I just need my mental. I need my mental, man. It's so important to just keep your mental right, because you never know what people are going through, especially nowadays. Yeah, so would I work 7 days a week again? Yeah, I would. Do I recommend anyone work 7 days a week? No. Is it really worth it? Come on, I just don't really think it's worth it. I was a person that was still going out. I would work 7 days a week, but I would still go out. I would still party. I would still do this. I would still do that. And I would just find myself to be exhausted, just drained mentally, and I would find myself having to smoke weed to get through the work days, and just having to smoke all the time just to get through the days. And now I'm more relaxed. Today was an off day for me. I was able to wake up, sleep in, and have my breakfast on my own timing, not be rushing to smoke, because that's what happens when you're having a stressful day. You want a stress reliever, and for me that's smoking. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for a sales job. I'm gonna look for a sales job to do 2 days a week, 2-3 days a week, and then continue with my office job, because I want to be on the move again, and I want a job, a sales job, where I don't have a fixed income, or who knows, even if this YouTube thing starts taking off and works for me, I would love to expand here. But yeah, I personally don't think that it's a bad idea to work 7 days a week, but for mental clarity, depending on what you do, because some entrepreneurs and business owners work 7 days a week and they don't even realize it, But if you're working for someone else, if you're just working dead-end jobs, just stacking up, just every day, it's not bad to have 2 jobs, but I wouldn't say work every single day. Yeah, I did it for about 3-4 months, and I would do this little thing where after the second week I'd just get burnt out, Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you guys picking up double shifts this year? Are we working 80-hour work weeks? Let me know. I'll tap in with you guys in the comments, and I'm happy to reply to any of you guys. Peace. Peace.